Mail carriers. You know them, you love them, even when they decide to ring your doorbell at like 7 in the morning on a Saturday, when they don't do that on any other day, but just Saturday. No, just Saturdays. Only Saturdays. But no, they're cool. They're awesome and I love them. But what if I were to tell you that they weren't cool? What if instead of bringing you Prime packages, they're bringing you crime packages? I'm sorry. Welcome to the Ready or Not lore series, where in today's episode we will be discussing the mission Greased Palms. As always, this video will be divided into two sections, the first being all in-game / developer confirmed information, and the second being my own theories as to where the story may go in the future. The Los Sueños Postal Service has long been a staple within the community, meeting the demands of a growing population and bringing fast international shipping to the residents of Los Sueños. Like many businesses in Los Sueños, the LSPS found themselves victim of corruption and crime. Years back, a formal investigation was launched investigating the disappearance of almost 10% of the total packages transported throughout the facility. During this investigation, all of the LSPS staff were fired and new procedures for hiring and package handling were introduced to prevent theft and building closures. Due to the extensive media coverage and a large amount of distrust from the general populace, a federal government employee was hired to directly oversee the movement of packages within the facility to ensure trust within the community. Years later, the LSPS grew and became one of the largest operating facilities in Los Sueños. Unfortunately, no amount of staff hires and anti-theft procedures could prevent crime in Los Sueños. With a massive influx of high-powered firearms flooding into the city at an unprecedented rate, the caliber of which every gang dreams of and every officer fears, the LSPD now suspects the LSPS is illegally importing weapons for the gang Los Locos. Detectives were dispatched to visit the premises in order to interview suspected staff and ended up walking right into an in-progress deal. A shootout ensued and SWAT was called to the scene. Entering the premises, we see the front office is riddled with bullet holes and blood. Ironically, there are quite a few anti-weapon posters hanging on the walls out front and inside. Inside, we will always find postal worker Maya Lopez, who is a suspect the FBI presumed to be working alongside the prime suspect, Jack Adams, and Eugene Gomez. She isn't too difficult for the most part, but strangely enough, she asks the officers to do some weird things.
Light stick out.
Why didn't you just shoot me? Fuck.
This is a delicate situation. Be careful. Drop the damn gun.
Following the blood trail, we are guided to the back where we see this place is absolutely precariously packed with all sorts of packages, really driving home just how busy this place typically is. Looking up at one of the monitors, we see a display showcasing the cargo manifest that lists the year as 2005, which is strange, but we'll come back to that later. Continuing to follow the trail, we are led to the main holding area where we can find the body of what I assume to be a Los Locos gang member who was killed by one of the detectives. Fun fact, this Los Locos guy has a superpower to make only his head invisible when he's dead. So this basically confirms that superpowers are real in Ready or Not. Next to his corpse, we see a bag that says RON Mail, which I assume is a reference to R, ready, O, or, and N, not, which is a reference to the tactical FPS game known as Ready or Not. I know. Mind-blowing. Moving further along into the facility, we find servers about to be shipped out. These are the ones we find outside of Mindjot. Moving into another package handling area, we see an x-ray of a package with a revolver tucked away. Outside, we can see Mindjot graffitied on the side of one of the mail trucks, and around the back we can find a stack of newspapers discussing the port raid. And that's it. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm almost certain that this map is not done yet. There really is nothing in terms of lore here. There is absolutely no reference to the guns being supposedly sold here, other than that one revolver we found. No references to the human traffickers operating out of here, other than some of the suspects having similar tattoos. And to top it all off, the suspect Jack Adams can be seen duplicated multiple times on this map with no way of discerning who is the actual Jack Adams versus just another armed goon. And Eugene Gomez is just Brixley. Yeah, it's Brixley, it's the same asset. So, yeah, I guess let's just move into the theory then. I guess one of the things we could talk about is the date. Obviously it's not 2005, but the very large stack of papers discussing the port raid makes me think this takes place not long after that event. I imagine it takes place after the port raid, but before the meth house. But at this point in time, there's no way of knowing for sure. Also, since we found those Chinese servers not being shipped out yet, we can assume that this takes place before the Minejot raid, which takes place in August of 21. So until further clarification, I'm placing this map in early 2021 after the port raid. And that's pretty much it. Kind of anticlimactic, really. Last episode, we had this whole linking of pieces and fucking brilliant mind shit going on, and this episode, we have like a cool package. I mean, I guess we did learn about some additional lore from the update log, but other than that, yeah, Jesus. Well, this is awkward. I don't know what to say now. I usually have some deep revelation about the universe, and you know what? Actually, this is the first map in a long time where we didn't get Francisco Laguna, so that's cool and saves me a headache. Yeah, but I don't know what else to talk about. You know what? People who made it this far and are just listening to me ramble, can you leave a comment like, "Oh my god, this changes everything," and like I didn't see that coming. Oh my god, and just really play it up the most dramatic way possible, just to fuck with people in the comments. But yeah, I don't know. Fucking. How are you guys doing? How's your summer going? Me, I'm about to go on a vacation. By the time this video comes out, I'm on vacation, so that's pretty sick. Yeah. Next episode's gonna be the nightclub, so that's pretty dope. Then you got the hospital after that, and then I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah. So, you guys like jazz?